a young 22 years old to kill his mother 3 days ago in New York City. A Muslim known as Musa Kamara, who came here as immigrants, and this young man grabs a gun, goes to his mother, shot, fired, and the mother died. Why? What will lead this to happen? Because it is known that mom has been telling him, you need to find a job. Brothers and sisters in Islam, this is the journey today that I would like to share with you. That we need the concept of tazkiyah, cleansing the soul. Our souls ought to be purified. Not only that, but examining who we are, examining who we are in order to be better. Our goal is to be better. Because Allah created us and has given us the tool to be able to separate between right and wrong. To be able to know this is right, stick to it, and this is wrong, abstain from it. So for those who would like to know, in order for me not to confuse you, stick to spirituality, and that is my topic for today. Last mentioned in Surah 91, Surah Shams, when Allah said, وَالشَّمْسِ وَضُحَاهَا, Allah swear by the sun and its what? And its brightness. وَالْقَمَرِ إِذَا تَلَاهَا, again, Allah swear by the moon when it follows the sun. Not only that, Allah swore with 6 eyes. With the night, with the day, including the soul. In Mahal Shahid, meaning point of interest, why? Well, Allah swear by this tense. That is what we need to know. That Allah swear by those things that He created. Now remember, we see the sun all the time. Remember, we see the moon all the time. Remember, days are part of our lives. Remember, nights are part of what we see every time. And Allah said, by me swearing all this, there is something monumentally precious that man, look at yourself. Look at yourself. You as a man, you are a lesson for yourself. And what lesson? قد أفلح من زكاها وقد خاب من دساها. Now this is the core of why Allah swore by those things, that indeed He is prosperous. He has prospered. He who has purified his soul. وَقَدْ خَابَ مَنْ دَسَّاهَا, he who careless buried his soul without improving it, he is at lost. Now, Let's look at us. He whose soul is corrupt is lost. He whose soul is saved. Now, how many times have we heard this person's soul, or this is a lost soul? How many times? I see that every day within the Muslim community and without, and especially working with the Department of Corrections, seeing kids from all walks of life. I mean from all walks of ethnicity, wallahi, without exception. Either this person has molested his father, this person has destroyed the family, this person has killed somebody. That is what you hear. Why? Our goal is not only to come and pray all those rituals 5 times a day without purifying inside. Inside is who we are, and that is what Allah said. Indeed, aflaha man zakkaha. He who has cleansed his soul is safe, but who left it untouched surely is lost. Now, how do we start this concept of tazkiyah? How? Well, Allah had mentioned in many places, اذكروني أذكركم واشكروا لي ولا تكفرون. It begins with Allah and ends with Allah. Now, it begins with Allah. Remember who you are. Now we read والشمس وضحاها والقمر إذا تلاها والنهار إذا, till the end in Allah's word. Remember the creator of all those. So here, understanding who I am caused me to remember who created me. So tazkiyah begins with Allah and ends with Allah. It begins with Allah on the tongue, Allah here in our hands, Allah in our hearts. What do I mean by that? Remember Allah with your tongue. La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Subhanallah, Walhamdulillah, wa la ilaha illallah, Wallahu Akbar. That is your responsibility. Ours, Allah will not come down to protect you. Yes, He is the protector. But He said, mention me, remember me, and I will remember you. فاذكروني أذكركم واشكروا لي ولا تكفرون. Allah said, remember me. من ذكرني في نفسي ذكرته في نفسي ومن ذكرني في ملأ ذكرته في ملأ خير منه. Allah said, if you remember me inside you, Allah said, I surely will do same. If you remember me out publicly, Allah said, surely I will remember you more than your group that you have mentioned me. Mention Allah with your tongue, mention Allah inside you, your heart, mention Allah with your hands. What it means is that, yes, remembering Allah means I will do nothing but that which is sound. How many of us, their tongues, all the time, the F language, how many times people with their tongue all the time cursing? What are we teaching? We are teaching nothing but harm. Ours is remember Allah with your tongue, remember Allah with your hands, most importantly, remember Allah in your hearts. When you do this, You protect not only the self, but your environment, your family, and others, inshallah. So brothers and sisters in Islam, when we speak about tazkiyah, it begins with Allah from the side of our tongue and ends with Allah, whatever we do, regardless of time and space. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين من كل ذنب فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. Brothers and sisters in Islam, how many times a man with a beautiful face, beautiful everything, the moment he opens his mouth, you turn and look at him again, very surprised with what this person is saying. What it means is that in most cases what is in here is what comes out here. Yes, there are many occasions others will talk to you humbly, respectfully, but also the heart is sick. Remember, ours is we are rewarded based on what we say. And what are we teaching? Now, when we speak about tazkiyah, where we have said begins with Allah and ends with Allah, but also there is ta'deeb al-nafs. How do I discipline the soul? Because I'm the soul and the soul is me. How can I discipline the soul? Well, it comes through path. One, إلزام الوالد لولده منذ صغره. إلزام الوالد لولده منذ الصغر. What it means is that it begins with ethics, it begins with values, teaching our children since day one, since the day they are born. Let us not only concentrate on when somebody gives them a gift, what do you say to them? Thank you. We know that all the time. But what other ethics are we teaching them? From the childhood. Why there are those amongst us that when you see them walking, although they are today adults, young people, when you see them walking, you see humility. When you see them speak, and you see humility and respect. Most cases, it's what they have learned from their parents. Why? ذكي نفسك أو ذكي قلبك بالأدب. With ethics, values. That is number one. Our children, we have to teach them since day one. When we're speaking of Allah, because that concept of tazkiyah has been abused. There are those who have subha in their pocket all the time. La ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, Allah, Allah, Allah. But oh my God, when it comes to relationship, a'udhu billah, they are nothing but fitna. When it comes to talking to them, a'udhu billah, what comes out of their mouth is serious. Ya la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, subhanallah, subhan, ought to be connected with subhanallah in your chest or your heart. But if it is separated, it is nonsensical. You have to demonstrate that. Therefore, that is what our children should see. What am I conveying? When it comes to tazkiyah, when it comes to cleansing the soul inside me, what is the message that goes out? Number 2, ilzamul insani nafsa منذ الكبر أو في نشأته. A person should always learn to do that which is right from young till the time he dies. There's nothing in Islam that says, let's do it from this time to this time. No, we are doing it till the day we die. So as we teach our children that Allah has blessed us, let us not forget the most important thing is us, we. What am I conveying to me or yourself? What am I doing? Because our children will learn indirectly from us. Not only our children, but also others who may live very close to us or even far away from us. Brothers and sisters in Islam, remember, you are what you do. Remember, you do what you are. The most important thing in you is your heart. Stop telling people I'm kidding, and you are cursing them. What is in your heart is who you are. Likewise, your children, what they demonstrate outside is who you are in the family. Yes, there are those children, regardless of how much you give them of the discipline. No. There are prophets that Allah has blessed them and tried them with their own children. There are those. But our goal is, when you delay discipline in your children until they become adults, it becomes very difficult to direct them to the righteous path. You start early, you are blessed early. You start late, you just want them to succeed in this dunya. I just want you to be a great doctor. Just want you to be a great engineer. I just want you to be a great imam. Yeah, he will become imam. But there is no ethics in his heart. He will do anything to harm people, but nothing but money. Get my money, I'm fine. I don't care about people's children. I don't care about people's women. How many imams out there have been involved in adulterous life in their communities? Because theirs is business, theirs is money. Just pay me. It begins at home. Wallahi, it begins at home. When a child is righteous, it's from home. Look at the father. Look at the mother. They'll tell you very clearly. But when I speak about these things, some don't like it. No, forget about that. Just give us some, and let's get out here. Well, congratulations. We have to do it together in order to raise a generation of competence. We pray and ask Allah, the Almighty, to continue to guide us. We pray and ask Allah to continue to protect us. Yes, do your best. As a father, do your best. As a mother, do your best. And leave the rest to Allah. Remember I said to you, there are those children, I don't care how much discipline you've given them, how much values you've given them, they will still be Karun, aiming to destroy others. You do your best and leave the rest with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But what you do, wallahi, what you do conveys a message more than what you say. What you do. So let's not forget إلزام الوالد في ولده الآداب الطيبة. Making sure that we do our best to guide our children. Inshallah, I've been informed that there would be janazah after Salah. Janazah, we know we would do it outside. Those who would be able to go to the cemetery, mashallah, may Allah continue to bless. But we would pray, inshallah, after Salatul Jummah outside. We pray, may Allah continue to guide us. May Allah continue to protect us. There are a few families that have mentioned that their families have died. We pray, may Allah bless and give them mercy. We also pray, some of us are going through health issues, some of us family and children. We pray, may Allah continue to guide us all. اللهم اهدنا فيمن هديت وعافنا فيمن عافيت وتولنا فيمن توليت وبارك لنا فيما أعطيت وقنا واصرف عنا برحمتك شر ما قضيت فإنك تقضي ولا يقضى عليك ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين قوموا إلى صلاتكم يرحمكم الله لا إله إلا الله